and led most laps and I even think he had the purple lap of the entire race, but he had to overcome some adversity to get the win, so he breaks out, gets the win in his first 500-mile race win here in the Elite Racing League. And now we head to the road course, which is another one of his specialties, and maybe a chance for him to extend his race lead, his points lead, already after 2 weeks.
Yeah, good evening for everyone. I have a little problem, but I catch you. What are you talking about? We're talking about the standings. So, sure, after Daniel won in Pocono, we have a big gap and to all of these guys, and just start to put his flag on the championship, the top of the championship. And also we can talk about also Bloman, Christopher Aldrich also too in the oval start. But now we are in the Fockingham barnyard or something like that. I can tell that because last season he dominated. Especially the big one on Silverstone, he dominated the race and he won the race, but over a minute, over the second place. So, and also the raining race. So today we in Portland, it's different stuff. And I remember when we was in the Indy Lights, he dominated the race from first to second, and almost for zero to checker flag, and he almost put a lap and every single car on the grid. We have like a 14 or 15 cars in that day on the lights, but we have people. They can make the attempt to be close to him. For example, Bloman is now second place, Ricky Paz in third place. Michael Costello, the real USF 2000 Pro or USF Pro 2000, gonna be here in P1 and make a debut in the track. So gonna be really excited to see what has happened. But let's put that dots on Bloman, because as like he said last week, he said, "I am by myself, but I'm gonna do my best to do what I did by myself," actually.
And had the drivers' points on the screen. You see we have a very tight battle in the rookie points to start this season off. And a good showing for rookies right now. Miles Brown provisionally 4th. Micah Mixer provisionally 6th. Michael Costello, well, he's kind of a rookie in name only. We saw him last night finish on the podium in the Formula Indy Series. He is in the 7th position. And then we have Gill and Lowell in the top 10 there as well. So rookies doing a good job tonight. But with less than a minute left to play, to no one's surprise, Daniel Falkingham on the point. Provisional poll right now, Blauman 0.3 of a second behind. That is a pretty big gap, really. I mean, he put down a burner of a lap. Ricky Paz. We've seen Ricky with pace on ovals. We never really known him to have pace on road courses, but he is showing up today. Maestro is out there conducting his way to a provisional P3 with 30 seconds left to play. We got Ryan Schold showing his road course prowess. He's been improving over the years. He is currently 5th. Gavin Hibbs in 8th. Chad Frankenfeld just on the outside of the top 10 looking in. He's in 11th. Here are your weather conditions. We had them up on the screen here for you. We'll bring them back again. 90 degrees on the track temp. Not a very oppressive environment out there right now. We'll see if that changes when we get into the race, and we're getting ready to conclude this session and get a grid here that we can introduce to you for today's Grand Prix of Portland.
Yeah, Ricky Paz, the pole serial, the Pocono 500 last week, and today once again in the front. It's not front row actually, but it's in the second row. But it is in there, the name of him there. So good to have Ricky Paz. How do you say Maestro?
The Maestro. That's yeah.
I didn't know.
He's actually a music major in school.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
And we kept calling him the Mexican, and he's like, give me a nickname, call me the Maestro. And I'm like, okay, we'll go ahead and hang it on him and see if it holds. So instead of calling the Mexican Ricky Paz, we will call him the Maestro. And he has conducted his way up to P3 right now as we're waiting for the session to end. And I believe Daniel Falkenham has clinched that pole position, and he actually did, while hot laps were completing, put up an even faster lap to pad his time and put up almost a half a second, 0.4 of a second gap back to Blauman. So Falkenham kind of on another planet right now. We will get in. Here we go. We're getting ready to, grid up. Boom. Here we go. We're changing.
We had 34? Wow.
The 36 I show. 36 cars showing up.
35 because race control.
Race control loaded in? Okay. All right, so we will ignore that, but we will get you up here on the grid for tonight's starting lineup here for the Elite Grand Prix of Portland. This is the second running. Remember last time we were here, it was a very exciting race. Very exciting race. There is your grid. Daniel Falkenham and Brian Blauman on the front row again for a road course. Right next to, behind them is Ricky Paz, and then we have Gill. Miles Brown and Ryan Scholl back on row 3. Micah Mixer and Michael Costello. It's the Mikes on row 4. Gavin Hibbs, Seb Alexander on row 5. Hayden Law and Chad Frankenfeld on row 6. Griffin Yellen, he's good on the road courses. We'll watch him. Jared Ruxey on row 7. Richie Hearn and Silver, Hi-Ho Silver in row 8. Camargo and Forsyth in row 9. A good start there for Camargo. Dan Marer, my hero, and Hoytsema in row 10. Chris Albrecht and Stock in row 11. AJ Musselman and McKern in row 12. Victor Aldrich and Hester in row 13. Talon and Smith in row 14. Huckleberry and primetime John Stellard, row 15. Mark Reblis and Rakes on row 16. James Watson and Matty Wags. He'll be back on row 17. Wags not really known for the road courses, but he does have some success, so we'll see how he comes from the back to the front. Race control, not really loading in. And Chris James will be in the final and 18th row. So we're going to actually have 35 cars showing up. Remember last week, Falkenham started 18th, led a race high 50 laps with a victory. Was anything but straightforward. As we said, the pit road penalty sent him to the rear of the field mid-race. He had an end of the line penalty there for violating pit road procedure, and then so basically he went from the front to the back and all the way back up to the front again, set the fastest lap, won the race under caution. Remember, Chris Albrecht finished second. Brian Blauman did finish third. And that was Falkenham's 5th victory and his 13th start here in the Elite Racing League. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. If you appreciate the grind that we put through, I would really like it if you could subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up, help the algorithm. As you know, Portland is a mainstay on the Real World NTT IndyCar Series calendar. Track was built in 1961. The current race course that IndyCar races on is a flat 12-turn natural road course known for the festival curves and the festival chicane. Heavy braking zone at turn 7. That's been reprofiled there, and a flowing final complex down the backstretch. Allenser Jr. won his first ever IndyCar race at Portland in '84. IndyCar racing has visited the circuit 31 times. Allenser Jr. and Michael Andretti share the lead with the most victories of 3 each. Will Power won the most recent race here in 2025, and that was his final win for Team Penske, and he has 2 victories at the racetrack. The track record is held by Will Power. He set a time of 57.2 back in 2018. Portland also owns one of the most famous finishes in all of open wheel history. In '97, Mark Blundell beat Gilles de Ferran by 27 thousandths of a second, with Raul Boesel only behind by 55 thousandths of a second. It remains the closest 1-2-3 car road course finish in IndyCar history. And of course, also this is a site of the very famous Father's Day race, where Mario Andretti beat out Michael Andretti with a sputtering car running out of fuel coming to the finish line to beat his son for a race here in 96. Getting ready to go green now as they come off the last corner onto the main straight. Here is your track map. Getting ready to go green for 110 laps here in the Rose City. Everyone holding their line, very slow coming down, very, very slow, still very slow.
Yeah.
And Daniel Falkenham takes off late as the field spreads out.
Woo. Oh, no, it was pretty bad restarted, and he...
Ooh, 3 wide, Ricky Paz.
Yeah. Somebody lose the win. Ricky Paz, I think he have a damage, but forgiven about the racing. And I think
everyone made it through. AJ Musselman is showing missing a wing. Also, Michael Rakes in front of Dave Huckleberry. Oh, we got a car off. That is McKernan with a rear wing that's down, so he'll have to come to pit road. So 3 cars showing damage. Also, Josiah Hester showing some damage right there. His nose is busted loose. So we have 3 cars that are off down in the order showing damage, and 2 cars right now, 2 additional cars showing meatball flags. So a rough start to some of these for some of these drivers here, but we're coming to the end of lap 1 here at this road course. We complete laps pretty quickly here, and Daniel Falkenham has pulled out to a pretty sizable lead by 0.6 of a second, but Blauman's not letting him get away. Oh, we have a caution.
Yeah, big incident when they hide in lull, and also Jalen, Seb Alexander in pole, and even Chad Frankenfeld. I don't know why Chad was too back on the field.
So here is, we're watching Hayden Law, and that might be, he goes to the outside of, I think that is, and we're still learning liveries here, but I believe, and there's contact. That might be Griffin Yellen, I think. In the, can't see the number on the car. But yeah, that caught up a bunch of drivers, and we do have live stewarding in this series, so that is why we went under caution. That falls, that whole incident meets the minimum criteria for a caution, and we are under caution here.
Man, let me tell you something.
That was Griffin Yellen. I think Seb Alexander was involved. McKernan was involved in an earlier incident. Dave Huckleberry, I'm not sure if he was involved at all, but he's just in the back of the pack. Josiah Hester showing some damage. Michael Rake still showing his damage. Hayden Law drove over Griffin Yellen, so he has some damage on his car. AJ Musselman still showing damage from the initial start.
Michael Costello, the restart he did, he just make 4 passes, 4 new spot, 5 spot he won in 1 corner. That's why the 3Y also Ricky Paz lose the front wing and then recover, and it is now in 3rd place. Also Richie Hearn with 5 spot also too.
So this gives us a chance to kind of get into the race here. I had to kind of scramble to come on the air real quick, was having some technical issues, but we got that taken care of. So we'll just continue setting up here under caution for at least another lap or so. But we'll see if anyone, I think this is a good opportunity now for people that want to get off these red tires. They do not, my understanding is this is not a red race. The red tires are not preferred here. And they can get off the red tires early. So they would still have to make extra stops, but I believe their minimum stints would be, they would meet the rule book requirements of, I think it's running at least 1 lap. And they can get off those. They can get off those tires immediately. But as you see, Falkenham on the primes, Blauman on the primes, Costello and Gill on the alternate tires. You see by the little red dashes here. Same thing for Schold, Brown, Mixer, all these right here. Paz on the primes. We do have someone coming to take the opportunity to pit road. That is Noah Gill, going to give up a lot of track position, but, and also coming to pit road, looks like Hunter Smith coming to pit road. More cars behind him coming to pit road. Chad Frankenfeld's going to come in and get pit damage repaired. Yeah, just about everybody in the back's coming in now. This is not a bad move for them, really.
No, actually, like you mentioned, it's no red race, but it can make it now. So also refuel a little bit more on the tank. But yeah, I think it's a good time for that. And just maybe going a little bit farther than the normally we can go for this stint. But yeah, I'm really surprised how the spot of Richie Hearn won. Also Costello surprised with 3Y and get lucky on don't have a damage over there. And also Seb Alexander, bad for him, man. Seb Alexander last season race and Poland, it was a pretty good for him, but now he is down in the order 31st in the pits actually.
The Elite Racing League Pole Award, sponsored by 4D Raceway, goes to Daniel Falkenham for winning today's pole. The Pole Award is sponsored by 4D Raceway. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4draceware.com or click on the link in the description. I want to thank them for sponsoring the Pole Award once again. Starting this race off with two different pole winners in the first two races. Ricky Paz was on the pole last week and showing good pace already on the road courses, so we'll continue to watch him. There are 5 road courses this season. We'll show you the schedule here in a little bit. This is the first of 5 and the first on a permanent road course. P1 IndyCar Championship is proudly sponsored by P1 Broadcasting, your home for premier iRacing IndyCar coverage. Subscribe to P1 and follow all the links. They're in the description. Getting ready to go green this time by Daniel Falkenham. Controls the field. Your pole winner, Brian Blauman, not letting him get away. Falkenham bringing him down again really, really, really slow. And we're kind of accordioning back up behind him. Car's taking evasive action. And Costello around Blauman. This is going to be a big primetime matchup right here if Costello can get the Falkenham. Falkenham is an esports pro, whereas Costello, he is an actual pro. He races USF 2000s, and he also races in the Formula Indy Series.
Yeah, actually, if I'm not wrong, he's going to be in a couple weeks in Portland for the new race. I think it's 2 or 3 races in Portland for the US to Pro 2000.
That's correct. He will be here for real. And if he's in the series, if he's in the series for sure for the remainder of the season, he was saying last night during his podium interview in the Formula Indy Series, which also has Milwaukee on the schedule, that he's very much looking towards the Milwaukee. Going to the inside, full sends it, and he is not able to get there, but both Falkenham and Costello set the purple lap on the completion of that lap.
Wow, Costello 1 minute 0.5 fastest lap, so it's going. And he started to use the push to pass, now 181, so he used only 9 seconds. So I think the red tires need to make the pass. Costello ran away because the red tire, like you mentioned in the pre-race, so actually in the yellow flag, it's going to be the duration is going to be low and down actually in between.
Takes a peek to the inside. He's not going to be able to get that pass completed there. Now they turn down the final turn off the road course onto the drag strip and the main straightaway here at Portland. Racing down into what they call the festival chicane as Falkenham sends it to the inside and tries to block it. Costello actually gets a purple lap, but Falkenham has to go through the zone. I think he has to stop, and he did. That's going to allow Blauman to get by Costello. And now Blauman to the point.
Man, before all of this, we thought, okay, Falkenham is gonna go and win the race, and maybe 1 or 2 laps gonna go for 5 or 3 seconds. Now we have a Costello make the attempt. Daniel Falkenham make the mistake, and he cost him 2 spots. But Costello still.
I think Daniel Falkenham had to slow down. He had a slowdown penalty that he had to take instead of stopping there at the chicane. He just rolled through very slowly, but still had to give up time. And I think Costello, he basically missed the entry into the festival chicane there. And that allowed Blauman, who just continued moving like normal and got around both of them. And now we have Costello, same spot at the end of the main straightaway to turn 1 into the festival. Oh, Falkenham almost in the back of Blauman in the chicane.
We have a big incident on the back. I know we have excited on the deck. Camargo lose the control. Aiden Lowell hit on the back, and Camargo in pits.
So let's see what happened. Camargo has an off track. There's like 3 cars back here in off track. He comes back on the racetrack around John Stellard, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, yes. The 67 kind of got into the back of him, Hayden Law, and that put Nige with the rear wing falling down, and he'll just went ahead and towed. Costello now the leader over Blauman, and he starts to pull away. Costello purple lap again on those red tires. We're not sure how long these red tires are going to last, but he's putting down some burners.
Yeah, 59.9 on the track.
Battle of teammates in the festival chicane. Craig Forsyth, Dan Marrera. It's a battle for the bottom top portion of the top 10. Or the top 20, actually. This is for 12th and 13th positions on the racetrack.
You can see all top 10, they are close. I think the Racing is the last one, very close for 8/10 in between Costello. 5 seconds in between Costello and Racing. So everyone is close. So if it's something happen on the front, you can at least win some position. Now it's going Mixer and Gibbs side by side.
Chris Albrecht coming to pit road. No, actually, sorry. He missed the final quarter and is going to cut through the escape road through the starting area of the sorry, go ahead. Lauman.
Oh, good Gibbs. Yeah, Gibbs and Michael Mixer.
Oh, there they are again, right there. Oh, in the festival curves. They're doing a great job. Chris Albrecht came through, had to do it, basically drove through. Contact with Hibbs. Hibbs is forgiven.
In the real life, maybe Mixer have a flat tire for sure.
I was getting ready to say about John Stellard had to drive through the starting area of the drag strip because he missed the final set of corners. But he's back underway, and now we're watching Miles Brown hold off Gavin Hibbs. Oh, Gavin had to go wide, and he goes down the escape road.
He have damage on the front wing. That's why. They have a damage on the front wing. That's unfortunate.
Costello has now pulled out to a 1.5 second lead.
Yeah, so the incident of the Gibbs and Mixer is under review, but I think it's just race deal. But race control decide the penalty. I don't think it's a big deal for Daniel Falkenham because he's still behind on the Blauman, save fuel, and I think they know the strategy they need to going so far for now, and they know Costello tires gonna be fall down, with laps. So it's about the patience, and you can see Daniel Falkenham is lifting costing in the turn. So short is heavy fuel for San.
So he is behind Blauman. Blauman is punching a hole in the air for him.
Michael Mixer.
Michael Mixer, black flag.
Yes. Oh, Blauman and Fockingham. I said he's waiting on behind, but he made the pass actually. Now
yeah, he made it in the 7, one of the new passing zones they made with that reprofiled turn. But what happened to Michael Mixer? What'd he do to get the black flag?
It's the incident with the Gabby Gibbs.
Okay, so he gets a black flag issued by race control, and he is going to have to come to pit road and get that taken care of. Unfortunately, giving up a ton of track position. Now Falkingham is around Blauman and can set sail for Costello.
Yeah, it's 2.3 now. Costello doing the fast, doing good laps actually. It's 5, 6 tenths faster. Last time did 0.2. Danny Fockingham did 0.9. So they are fast actually for laps.
Let's see. We have a in chat. Somebody's asking about track conditions, and here you go. 104 on the track temp, 70 on the ambient.
It was hot. Actually, it was cold when we started, and now it's
yeah, it was in the 90s at qualifying, and it is up 10 degrees, more than 10 degrees more, I think.
It was. No, actually, it's good for road course. I think this condition on the oval is really cold. Normally, it's really cold, but in track, on road course, it's a good condition to race. Sure, you can manage also to your pace and everything with these conditions, but gonna be good pace for everyone. It's just management your tires. That's the key on the road course.
Whoa! Hayden Lall around primetime John Stellard. Stellard actually went wide and had a couple wheels in the grass, but held it underneath him. But Hayden Darth Lall gets the position and pulls away, and he is back up to 25th position now. Watching Craig Forsyth, he's going to take a stab at the In-N-Out Burger car as Nick Silver gives that position up going into turn 1. So move Craig Forsyth in the Ford E-car up to position 9.
Yeah, good to have Craig Forsyth on top 10 now. He's really good in that. We saw him in St. Petersburg do a pretty good laps and try to do the best, but in the end, the condition of the track is very difficult. Actually, road course, street course is really difficult, but here in road course, permanent road course, it could be good for him.
Last time we were here, we're watching James Watson around Harrison Talon. Talon gives up another position with Hunter Smith. And then we will go back up to the front of the pack as we. Oh, Hunter! Off into the final corners. He drops a wheel and runs through the grass, and he's trying to keep it underneath him, trying to get back to the tarmac, but he gives up a lot of positions. Now he's got dirty tires and under acceleration, tries to get that debris off. But now Hunter Smith fades to 23rd. 3 wide going into turn 1. Albrecht, Sam Alexander, Harrison Talon.
Super loose and the entry on the corner, Hunter Smith, and good for him. He didn't cut the wheels.
Last time we were here, round 3 of 2025B, it was 110 laps, just like today. Logan Edwards won from the pole and defeated Hunter Ingrave by 87 thousandths of a second. Liam O'Sullivan finished 3rd. 34 cars started, 8 finished on the lead lap. There were 2 cautions for 4 laps in that particular race. 5 leaders, 10 different lead changes. Strength of field was about a 2.2 strength of field. Logan Edwards watching Noah Gill. Nick Silver backed that corner up a little bit more than he anticipated. Had to take some evasive maneuvers. Logan Edwards led 78 laps. Ingrave came from 34th on the starting grid to finish second in that race. In fact, if he would have won, he would hold the record of getting a win from the farthest back. But he didn't, unfortunately. So that still is held by Adriano Pinero at the Pocono. But let's see. Hunter Ingrave, he just came out on a different bit of a strategy for that race. He even led 23 laps instead the fastest purple lap. Seb Alexander, you mentioned, finished fourth. Ethan Stanley not in the lineup. He's actually now over in the Formula Indy Series where we saw Costello last night. He finished fifth, and Connor Nixon actually started. Oh, watch out, Craig Forsyth in the grass. Oh, it's so running out of room there. Right next to his teammate. Now he's coming up to speed with all that debris on his tires. And he falls all the way to 16th. But Connor Nixon, who started right next to Hunter Ingrave in that race, started 33rd. He came to 6th in that race. So, very exciting race a couple of seasons ago for the inaugural Grand Prix of Portland.
Costello start to lose. I know he have a lap down front, but he start to cost him momentum on the front. Now, Danny Fockingham in the difficult position. He make the pass. Now he is 1.7. Last lap he did 0.2 Fockingham, 0.4 Costello. So he's going actually 0.1 Danny Fockingham. So he's 3/10 faster than the Costello. So I think the tires of the Costello in 19 laps now start to fall down.
So the fuel stints can last anywhere between about 29 to 32 laps is kind of what we're hearing. So we're about 10 laps away from that first stop. The first pit window, if someone's going to do a two-stopper here, is at lap 36 and 37. And actually, it's conceivable they might get into that neighborhood because we had a caution. So there we see Dave Huck allowing traffic on by. He's in the Purdue car. Purdue's used to seeing the back end of the field.
Oh, my God. Was close.
Costello, there's Fockingham again getting closer. Three-stop strategy. The window will open about lap 27-28, and that's kind of what we expect. We're not quite sure if anyone can pull off the two-stopper right now. Probably need some more caution in order to pull that off.
Danny Fockingham make the personal best. 1 minute 0.076. That's the fastest lap for his personal, the best. So it's getting close.
Green lap, yes.
It's green on the first sector on the track.
And the traffic is really spread out, as you can see from the track map. There's traffic literally every corner of this racetrack. This is not an extraordinarily big racetrack. It is a 1.967. That's what they have it in iRacing as. Road course. 12 turns. Not a lot of elevation changes. There is quite a bit of technical aspects here in this first section. Go ahead.
Hunter Smith have a contact with the Talon.
Harrison Talon.
Oh, he's gonna be penalty for Hunter.
See what happened here. It's about 10 seconds before it happened, and he just kind of Talon just trying to hold on here, and I think Hunter saw an opening, and oh yeah, there's into the side pod. So your biggest gainer of the race right now, up 9 spots, is Richie Hearn, as you mentioned. I think James Watson up 16. There's James Watson.
That's a lot for Andy Evans. Wait, not Andy Evans.
James Watson. That is Andy Evans. Team Scandia.
Hit it. Yes.
Oh, he's going to take a look to the inside coming into the corner here on Craig. Craig's not going to let him have it. James started 33rd, currently is running 17th, up 16 spots. The other big gainer on the racetrack, Matty Wags, not known for being a road course guy. I know he has some road course wins and some league competitions, but not known for. He's up 12. James Watson to the inside of Craig Forsyth, and he gets the position. Falkingham is there.
Yeah. I think it's something problem with the lap down on front. No, it's not lap down. It's just the tire that is gone on the Costello. It's loose on the exit on the turn 12. And Falkingham have the chance to make the pass now.
Costello goes to the inside to defend. It's going to have to make Falkingham go the long way on the outside. Oh, under acceleration, getting squirrely. We're going to ride with Falkingham right now as he attacks. Falkingham has plenty of time. He doesn't need to pull this pass off now. We're not even a quarter of the way through this race yet. He's going to go on the outside of turn 7 here. This is a newly reprofiled corner within the last couple of years here at Portland. He's going to go take a shot down the inside here, going into 11, 12, and 11 and 12, 10, 11, 12. Whoa. Costello goes to the grass, and he comes back out, holds off the position.
And he hold the car. What?
And that is going to, no, he's not done yet. He just sends it to the inside off the corner. He clips the corner, still side by side to the Festival of Chicane. Now they're going to drag race going into turns 3.
And Blauman is over there.
Yeah, Blauman caught that group when they were racing one another. Now they come up to 7.
So, man, Costello's loose. It is done.
And this is kind of going back to what we're talking about, not being a red race. But, I mean, for Costello, I mean, this is it for him. He is done with the red tires after this.
Must to come in.
There is no rule that they have like in real IndyCar racing where you need to do 2 stints on the red tires. So, just need to do the 1 here in iRacing. Miles Brown,
you know what?
Ryan Schold, close quarters.
You know what the problem? Because you lose, you cannot turn in that much the wheel, especially in turn 12. So he tried to go wide. And
Miles Brown overshoots and cooks turn 1. Ryan Schold strategically lets him have it and then gets it right back.
Oh, that's when you see the car next to you brake before. You think it's like, oh, you can break it later, but nope.
Craig Forsyth's had enough on the red tires. He's on pit road. Falkingham in lap traffic right now, gets around John Stellard. Next up is Gavin Hibbs. Gavin is pretty good at road courses. Remember, he had himself a very good finish in the offing a couple of seasons ago at Mid-Ohio. And just ran himself into trouble there.
Lama, take this.
Glauman Costello side by side. Oh!
Oh, it's loose. Look at that. Wow.
Falkingham is now pulled out to a 2.3 second lead already.
I think this black flag for Victor Aldrich. Who knows for what? I hear a lot of voices in my ear. Sorry. So it's the third black flag.
You like Randy? You like Randy Orton? You hear voices in your head?
No, and that.
Noah Gill, Ricky Paz.
Here, race control. You know, sometimes it's very interesting. I used to, well, you also too. You used to watching the Buckingham.
Wow, purple lap,
59.8.
yeah.
Yeah. It's really interesting that time in 2095, 96, maybe something like that, when you want to race and start to hear the radio control or race or radio of the drivers talking about something, but in between also you have the people or the TV talking about on the over or the that thing. So here it's like I try to hear everything, but it's impossible to understand what they're talking about. It's
Yeah,
so
and I would like to do that, but we don't run on a delay. Like a lot of your TV races, all your TV races have a small delay, and they can hit that. If someone says something that shouldn't be said, I don't really have a censor button, and I can't really hit the delay button either. So.
But it could be good to hear all of this. 2 cars down and the penalty for this, blah, 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 or whatever. But sometimes, like it happened in Pocono, not good to hear. So better to don't be like that. So.
Harrison Talon on pit road for a scheduled stop. So we are right in the window for the first stop to occur here. Remember, it's lap 27-28. We're at lap 28 right now. And this will pretty much be a 3-stop race if you stop at this point. But the closer you get to the 36-37 range, another 10 more laps from now, then it turns itself into a 2-stopper. Ricky Paz has blinked out. He is back. Noah Gill now on the attenuator of Jared Rexing. Hunter Smith trying to get out of the way, allowing those two to continue on in the battle for position. This is a battle for 6th and 7th. Ricky Paz still blinking out. I don't think he's returned. Jared Rexing, scheduled stop. And I think Ricky Paz is DC'd.
Yeah, actually it's DC.
That is too bad. Again, Ricky's showing the pace. 2 great qualifying efforts this season, but just not the finishes he was looking for. Buckingham around Rebelus down the backstretch. He is now a 3.5 second lead. Miles Brown scheduled stop on pit road. He rejoins.
So, I want to say thank you. Sorry, something I surprised. I want to say thank you to the people watching in P1 channel, but also thank you to the people watching in Elite Racing Network in YouTube, because it's a lot of people watching over there the race. So in both we have over the 60 people watching the race. So thank you. Almost 60, actually.
And if you've not done so already, regardless of what channel you are on, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give them a thumbs up as well. Good racing action going on ahead. We're expecting first round of pit stops anytime now for Daniel Falkingham. Plowman as well. Noah Gill has worked his way up into 3rd. As we have some people on pit road.
So Costello did the pit road. He did 10.3 on the box, so he put a lot of fuel, and he didn't save the fuel. He's just going for that. Blomman is in pit now, so it's gonna be really interesting how it's gonna go in for Costello, if it's gonna be over or behind of the Blomman.
Here comes Brian Blauman in the Interscope Racing livery. He gets down to his stall. It goes right up on the jacks. A new set of Firestone Firehawks. What type of rubber? It looks like he's going with the red sidewall tires, so he's going to go with the softer compound and finish the race on the primes. He's down and away.
He is on front of the Costello. So also Shad is in there front to the Costello. Now it's going to make the pass over the Costello and retakes the Ford.
There we see that battle. And Costello just pitted. Frankenfeld is 27 laps into his current stint. He stopped on the lap 3 caution to top off the tank, so he's going a little bit long with fuel this time. And Costello on the back of Blauman. This is a battle for position. Blauman with the fresh tires. They apparently have not come up in temperature already, and Costello passes Blauman. That's a big pass for position. Move Costello now up in the 3rd. Still out there making laps and still expecting their first stop. And I think on pit road right now, Noah Gill, Falkingham in major traffic right now around Jared Rexing and Michael Rakes.
Yeah, Daniel is coming now, actually.
Getting down to a very, very slow pit road speed here. Actually, it's 50 miles an hour. I shouldn't say that. It's just a lot slower than you see them out on the racetrack. But 50 miles per hour for a road course actually is pretty good. So do we see Costello, who is now down, getting ready to start the backstretch? Can Costello get the Falkingham in time? Falkingham has reached his stall. Micah Mixer, purple lap for the team votive driver. Falkingham waiting. He's down and away. He's going to come out with some lap traffic. But Costello on the straightaway, but Falkingham is out well in front. And Falkingham decides to stick with the prime tire.
Oh, I think AJ Musselman have a black flag for contact. Maybe.
Oh, and he has decided to go ahead and tow out. Yeah.
There is the contact. I think, yeah. Nope, it's not that contact. I have to find out which one is, but I think that is a black flag because it's not for speeding. So yeah.
And if you're just joining us, this is the Elite Racing Network and P1 broadcasting coverage of round 2 of the 2026 P1 IndyCar Championship for the Elite Racing League from Portland International Raceway for the second running of the Elite Grand Prix of Portland. We have completed 33 of 110 scheduled laps tonight. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Daniel Falkingham is your leader as he goes around Chris James. Next P1 IndyCar race is next Thursday. We are really starting this season off with a very aggressive schedule. In fact, I really think the easiest race on this opening race stretch might have been Pocono, and that was a 500-mile race. That might be the easiest race. After this, we're going to Milwaukee, where we will have a throwback livery race. So we'll get to see a lot of these drivers in their favorite throwback IndyCar livery. And then we will go to Laguna Seca before we take a week off and head to Chicagoland for the Blues Brothers twin races at, the Blues Brothers were twins, right? Did you ever see that movie, The Blues Brothers?
The Blues Brothers is the guy with the black hat and glasses, glasses?
Yes, they're from Chicago. Yes. In fact, one of them is actually named Joliet Jake. And guess where the racetrack is in Chicagoland? Joliet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like musicals very much. My wife knows this. I hate musicals. Noah Gill, Purple Lap. There's about 3 movies that are classical, that are musical movies that I like. One of which is Blues Brothers. Yeah, it's a great movie. But there'll be a lot of Blues Brothers jokes next week. But of course, the joke is that they're twins. Obviously, they're not twins, but they're twins. But there will be twin races next in 2 weeks when we get to
Chicago.
Or actually in about 4 weeks now when we get to Chicagoland. It will be our doubleheader of the season.
Oy. Yes. Oh, Costello getting close to the wall. Way closer, man. Anyways,
he got to Chris James at the worst spot. James just ducks out of the way. There's no place to hide there. This is the best thing he could do. Plowman's stalking him.
Yeah, and Blauman. I'm gonna call it Blauman. I know your pronunciation is different than mine, but it's way faster than the on the Costello. He tried to make the pass he can, and then make it slow all of this stuff from Blauman. So Fockingham, it is almost 6, 7 tenths faster per lap. And now he did the personal best, 59.8.
Yeah, wow. A little bit of draft assist for the car in front of him from Hayden Darth Lall.
Oh, that's low.
Gavin Hibbs, Richie Hearn. Battle for position. This is for 9th and 10th.
Gabby Gibson need to coming in soon.
Oh, he's going to get the position. Richie just misses the last corner. Unfortunately, Richie, I think he almost knows it into the tire barrier.
Man, we should be don't talk with nobody. We should be don't mention any names. Because we mentioned Richie Hearn, down. Corey Forza about everything good, down. And somebody else, down. So
James Watson just sends it and clips the inside curve big time to get the pass on Richie Hearn. Move James Watson now up 18 spots inside now the top 15, into 15th position.
18 spots.
Looks like Ricky Paz is back. So he has recovered from the DC, but unfortunately he is down a lap. Started third this day. Saw some slower traffic kind of getting into the grass. Now we have Daniel Falkenham, and still has a big lead of 6 seconds, more than 6 seconds, over Michael Costello. Ryan Blauman in third. Ryan Scholl, very quiet race for Ryan, but now has worked his way into the top 5. He's in fourth. Miles Brown, good race for Miles. Best showing of the year so far. Currently in 5th position. Noah Gill, kind of repeating what he did at Pocono. This is one of the drivers from the International IndyCar Series. They race on Sunday mornings. That's too early for me. I am sleeping on Sunday mornings.
I used to race Saturday morning. The U.S. The league we talking about.
Sorry, that was Mark Reblis under acceleration out of the festival chicane right in front of that battle right there. Everyone avoids him. John Stellard with the meatball flag.
He said, "I'm okay." But yeah, it sucks. Wake up, sorry, but it sucks to wake up in the early in the morning, 10 a.m. Practice, race. No, man, not anymore.
Nah, I need. If anyone's seen me for real, I really do need my beauty rest. So yeah, I need all the sleep I can get. And speaking of seeing us for real, we will actually get in when we run their ad, the Sim Gaming Expo in September. Both myself and Louise will be there. Well, right now Louise is supposed to be there. That could be tentative.
Until the official is gonna be on next Tuesday when I have an appointment, and then when I find out, I wanna try my best. Please don't, but for sure it's not gonna happen. So. It's going to be later after a couple months.
Gavin Hibbs, pit road, scheduled stop.
I'm going to go for mask. Oh, somebody.
And in case you're wondering, Louise has got to get some knee surgery done.
Yeah, I have a workplace accident.
Workplace injury, yep.
I tear my meniscus very bad. Not very bad, but it's really annoying. I can do stuff, but it's really annoying. But, yep. I can walk a lot, but I cannot run. So if something happen, just I have to stay over there. I cannot run in.
And speaking of hospitals and surgery, want to shout out the guy that finished second here last time we raced here. That's Hunter Ingrave. He is in the hospital. Had a pretty serious infection related to an appendectomy, and currently right now kind of in the intensive care unit, but getting some super meds pumped through him. Kind of did a DM with his to his account the other day, and his mom replied. So hopefully he's doing good and improving. So everyone in chat, send him some good well wishes. He would appreciate that. But this is from the man that has one win here in the Elite Racing League, one at Road America. We'll be sponsoring the Road America actually race later this season, as we watch Daniel Falkenham trying to pass the slower traffic. Has 3 slower cars in front of him. Just there's not very many places to pass here. You really only have maybe 3 passing zones at most, and he gets around Albrecht. But send best wishes to Hunter, if you will. Be sure we would appreciate that. A one-time race winner here in the Elite Racing League.
So sorry, so I know in English it's like what's happening with him?
Appendix.
Oh
You know
my
the
God,
appendix?
that is yeah. My brother had that, and he thought it was a stomachache, but it wasn't that.
Oh, sends it to the inside of Dan Morera, and Daniel Falkenham gets by. Now he needs to get by Nigel Stock, and he gets by Stock. So now Falkenham can kind of set sail for the next group of cars in front of him. Well, it was actually Richie Hearn, but unfortunately Michael Costello is going to have to fight through this same gauntlet. And we're not too far away for a lot of these drivers. Actually, I say that. I take that back. We're about a third of the way through this stint for a lot of these drivers. So we're not ready for the next round of pit stops yet. Not ready to fast forward this. I'm trying to fast forward this race, but it's not fast forwarding.
No, it's not. Yeah. We always talking about wrestling stuff and things, but man, I don't get into nothing, man, anymore. Very disappointment.
You don't have another hobby?
This is a hobby.
This is everyone, and pretty much everyone watching this, everyone listening. This, in some form or another, is probably their hobby. You're right.
It is. Yes, it's a hobby, and I hear pins. No, WWE want to bring pins to the WWE again after all of these problems with this lady. So
who they want to bring into the WWE?
Vince McMahon again.
Oh, Vince McMahon? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
They want to bring. Yeah, they want to bring it back.
To be the evil Mr. McMahon character?
No, like okay, we can bring you back, but you wanna be like
Black Flag. Sorry for Craig Forsyth.
Yeah, I tried to figure out why. I don't think maybe it's incident. It cannot be incident. You only have a 2. So I think it's something happened with somebody in the track. And to be honest, oh, there is. He caught the course of the turn 1, and he didn't slow down, and that's why he have a black flag. There is on it. So unfortunately for him, he didn't request him to the race control to clean it and have a drive-through. So he hold for 18 seconds,
Oof.
19 seconds, almost 19 on the box.
This is Dan Morera holding off Chris Albrecht and trying to attack Nigel Stock. Richie Hearn and James Watson battling for position just ahead of them. Actually, it's Richie Hearn, holding off Daniel Falkenham to try to stay on the tail end of the lead lap. Right now, 13 cars on the lead lap, as the leaders are kind of at a pretty brisk pace right now. And
Nice
Richie gets out of the way. That's about one of the few areas you can hide around here, that little straightaway. Originally, that straightaway did not used to be there. They added the chicane when IndyCar first got here. In fact, during the very first weekend, I believe they added the chicane because they were really heading into turn 1, which is now turn 3, at about 200 miles per hour. And all it was is they were hitting grass and then they were going into a tire barrier. That would have been very bad if they hit that at 200 miles an hour. So they added chicane. The chicane's been part of the race course ever since.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be that bad with this car, but for sure in that time.
Oh, sorry. Sure. Costello sends it to the inside of Albrecht.
Man, sorry, excuse me. He make the pass. Wow. That's why you have to cover all eyes, stands, everything on the track, especially for Costello.
Got to be aware. Got to
right.
be situationally aware of these cars, especially when you're in a lot of traffic and you have the leaders coming up behind you. And this is P2 on the racetrack. This is Michael Costello making his debut here in the Elite Racing League, and just in front of him is a battle for 14th, 15th, and 16th. So these drivers are not wanting to get out of the way because they're battling for position.
Yeah, actually Stewart the fastest, the purple lap in the second.
Noah
sector,
Gill has the purple lap.
Oh my God.
Gets around Morera.
Morera getting close to the wall. I hear the hit the wall a little bit.
Nigel Stock goes wide. We have someone coming to pit road. I believe that is Hunter Smith in the P1 car. Hunter's right now struggling, 2 laps down in 26th, but still out there with the wheels turning. That's the key thing. Just keep the wheels turning. Brian Blauman's just behind this group. Let's ride with Brian in the Interscope Racing livery, formerly of Danny and Gaius, the Flying Hawaiian. One of our road course specialists here in the series. Even though his only win is on an oval, but he has been pretty much challenging every single time we go to a road course. We're going to use that extra runoff road there to help that make that apex a little bit wider. Now down the front straight. Backing that corner up a lot. Clipping the inside curves. Got to watch that wall, that Armco immediately on the inside. So now he's going to be trying to get around Chris Albrecht in the F5 car. Remember, Chris finished second last week at Pocono. Here we come up to the new reprofile turn 7. Go ahead.
Yeah, and chat, they ask you if you're gonna go through the rest of the field. Like, I know that the thing is only show 15 cars, something like that. But they wanna know what the rest of the field.
Actually, I think it's being covered up right now with the driver inputs.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
We'll remove that here once we get out of the in-car. He goes to the inside here. And here, watch how close to the Armco on the inside he gets right here on the inside. Very, very close. Oof.
Man.
And we saw in the real IndyCar series, when the real IndyCar series here, we saw drivers often just rub up against that and just kind of clip it.
Every inch gain tenths or something like that.
Lucas Hoytsema in 9th position on the attenuator of Nick Silver. Silver trying to hold on here to the bottom portion of the top 10. Hoytsema in that Coca-Cola entry inside of Victor Aldrich, getting the pass into the Festival Chicane. Now get back to the attenuator of the In-N-Out Burger Delara of Nick Silver. Have you ever had an In-N-Out burger? Have you ever been an In-N-Out burger?
No.
It's primarily on the West Coast. It's yeah, we don't have them here in Indiana, but I have been to them before. It's not bad.
I remember in New Zealand, I ate the name Burger Fuel. Man, I never ate that kind of burger, man. It is huge with 3 or 4 patties on the top. Man, it was cheap. Maybe $30 or something like that. Not anymore. Too much.
Oh, Chris Allback to the inside. Into turn 7 on Dan Marrera for position. Can't quite finish that pass. Dan Marrera in the 4D Raceway car, sponsor of the Pole Award. Meanwhile, back up front, now a 6 second, actually the 6 second lead has shrunk to 5.7. Daniel Falkenham, Michael Costello getting into the lead a little bit.
I think Danny Falkenham won in Tantin Cup, Grand National Series, won something. And I want to find out now.
This is the 40th race, road course race in the history of the Elite Racing League IndyCar Championship. So in 10 more, they'll celebrate their 50th road course race. We are watching Michael Costello. In case you don't know about Michael Costello, this is a real-world USF 2000 racer and the Road to Indy ladder. He has 30 career starts, no wins, but 3 podiums, 6 top 5 finishes, 12 top 10 finishes in the Formula Indy Series, which is kind of an opposite league to the Elite Racing League. It runs Wednesday nights right here on P1. But it's primarily a road-centric league with ovals as a secondary focus, whereas Elite is ovals first, road course secondary. But very similar in terms of race distances and the style of drivers in the lineup. Very similar type of strength of fields. And so he should do pretty well here if he decides to stick it out. But he finished on the podium last night at Suzuka. That's on P1. You can check that race out.
Yeah, it's going to be good for him to be over here. Actually, it's make almost the same happen on the IndyCar series with the no standing restarts or start, no standing started or the green flag started is standing on the FIS. And they going to some Europe's and Asian, like Suzuka or last time.
Yeah.
We went over there, but it's gonna be good for him. Actually, good for him. Danny Falkenham, Daytona 500. Sorry, July 29 on the Elite. He finished on 3rd. He started on 29. He finished on 3rd. And the person won the race, the Daytona 500, was Paul Many Letters.
Paul Many Letters, not in the lineup today. So we will see another Daytona 500 champion in the lineup. The last couple of elite Daytona 500 winners have done some IndyCar racing in the series. Matthew Weeks, of course, Daniel Falkenham. So congratulations to him. Noah Gill is attacking Miles Brown, and he is right there. And he might actually take a stab at this down the backstretch. Racing down this curved backstretch. Gill staying Brown staying wide and defending. Gill decides to tuck in line and wait, get a better run at it, maybe going into the festival chicane. Victor Aldrich locks it up in front of him. That might cause Noah Gill Miles Brown a little bit of hesitation. Nope, Brown around him. And he'll be clear of that going into 1. This is the festival chicane.
Brian Blumman in pits now. He did 24. We have 56 to go.
So he's going to have to do one more stop.
Yes. Now going with the prime.
Going back to this battle between Gill and Brown. Want to thank all of our series sponsors while we watch this this battle unfold. Worldwide Technology Raceway, Blue Egg, Tom Boland Ford, Lucas Oil School of Racing. Make sure to check them out. All the links to all of them are in the description. Check them out. Don't forget that Lucas Oil. Oh, here goes Gill to the inside. He sends it, but there's just no place to go down there. Miles actually crowds a little bit on exit, but Gill is still going to be able to get through and pulls away on the outside and completes the pass. Move Noah Gill now up the third spot.
Very impressive, Noah Gill, because in the first yellow flag we have in the track, he coming to the pit, he went back to the field, not that back. He just maybe to 18, 19, and now is in the top 5 on the track. So pretty impressed for Noah.
Micah Mixer, one wing angel, missing the right front wing plane. As he has Harrison Talon that was inside, Frankenfeld in front of him. They got Seb Alexander just behind this group. But Micah Mixer, bit of a rough start here. A driver that does pretty well on road courses. Remember, he finished on the podium at Silverstone a season ago. He's going to have to come to pit road and get that wing replaced, that nose cone replaced.
Wait, keep him for 2 laps with the front wing missing. Maybe 3 laps. More than 3 laps. 4 laps, actually.
We'll see if he makes the turn down pit road. This time he does, and Harrison Talon coming with him. Almost in the back of him. Wow, Harrison really got to that cone very quickly.
He have a contact with Lucas Hitsma, I think so is the last name. The car 97. He have a contact with him. That's why he lost the front wing in lap 52.
Yeah, there is Lucas. He's in the 6th spot. There he is. And that Coca-Cola sponsorship. I don't mind if I do. I have my Coke right here.
I can hear that.
I'll take a sip. Ryan Schultz has moved up to the 2nd spot while pit stops are now taking place.
Is Coke Zero or Coke Diet? Or
no. It's all natural Coke.
In the glass, in the can?
It is a plastic bottle.
The bottle, sorry.
Plastic bottle, yeah.
Glass of bottle, man. The glass of bottle, it is way more better than the can or in the bottle, plastic bottle.
No, it's not I have the plastic bottle. I don't have the glass bottle.
Oh, okay. The glass bottle is
Brian Schultz.
tastes different. I don't know why. Because they clean it and it's more.
I remember as a kid, my parents used to get it in the glass bottle. You could get them like in 8-packs, and then when you were done, you took the bottles back to the grocery store, and you got a deposit back for them. And what the grocery store would do is then send the bottles back to the bottler, and they would reuse them again. Michael Costello, purple lap. And actually, ironically, the local Indianapolis Coca-Cola bottler is right next to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. In fact, if someone says, hey, they were partying in the Coke lot at Indianapolis, that doesn't mean that they were out there like Pablo Escobar or Tony Montana, just with piles of Coke in their face. No, not that. Not that, but the Coke lot is it's the actual land the Coca-Cola bottler owns right there just outside of the 4th turn, and they sell parking spots there during race weekend, and that's where a lot of people park and party when they come and watch the Indy 500, the Coke lot.
Could be Pablo Escobar, you said, Pablo Escobar, El Mecho, El Chapo. I don't know what else, but
I can't remember the name of the Cali cartel. I have to go back and watch my my Narcos.
Cali is the Escobar.
He's Medellin.
Escobar. Oh.
Why do I know my drug dealers?
No, because Escobar have the same guy for the Cali, and the guy for the Cali didn't like Escobar, and he owned. It's crazy how Yeah. Anyways.
I'm gonna have to watch Narcos again. It's been a while.
They used to own Medellin Soccer and the Cali Soccer and the Cali Football Club.
Noah Gill on pit road. There was I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore. There was a really good documentary, and it always seems to come up. Maybe it's a 30 for 30 that ESPN did, but it always comes up around World Cup time about this Colombian soccer player who had the last name Escobar, who scored the own goal against his own team in the United States, and he ended up going back to Colombia, and lo and behold, got murdered.
I know that team, that Colombian
that was a
team,
good team. They were supposed to do well, and the U.S. team, which was very much an underdog, beat them, kind of upset them.
But the problem is in the group stage, they did nothing. Just did draw, and they pass and they draw again. So
what was the player that had the big fluffy hair for them?
Valderrama.
Yeah, he had the hair that looked like Sideshow Bob from the Simpsons. Yeah, Valderrama.
Yeah, El Pibe Valderrama. Pretty good. Actually, they have the Rene Guita, the goalkeeper. They have a pretty good. They really good because they won one match with Argentina in Argentina 6-0, and Argentina almost got eliminated from the World Cup.
That was a Maradona team, right, from Argentina?
Yeah.
Maradona was on there.
Maradona
It wasn't the one he was kind of an older Maradona, but he was still on the team.
They have this golden mark on his hair. And,
Chad Frankenfeld scheduled stop here at lap 63 of 110 down and away. He'll have one more after this.
So this is crazy. Fockingham is with 30 laps on the stint. Costello with the new tires with the fast red tires.
And Falkingham is coming to pit road right now. Costello is still in the festival corners. Now, he's only 30 seconds behind. The delta on pit road is about 35 seconds. Costello might have a shot at this if he can push, but he has Micah Mixer in front of him. Micah got a new front wing, but he's going to be able to get the pull down the straightaway here for Micah Mixer.
But Fockingham did 59.7 with the old tires. And Costello did a minute .4 because
wow! And it's going to be no pressure at all for Falkingham as he comes out right next to Wags. But Costello is at the opposite end of the front straightaway when Falkingham was down and away and off. So the 30-second lead goes down to about almost 7 seconds. And so what we're going to see Falkingham do, he's going to make one more stop. And it's going to be light tanks, red tires, so he'll be doing the Red Bull laps late in this race. So what we'll do right now, since we now all the leaders have completed their next round of pit stops, what we'll do is we'll take a step back, go side by side, get our words in from our sponsors, and we will be right back with the Elite Grand Prix of Portland, the second running of it. Your leader and your points leader, Daniel Falkingham, running the point. Michael Costello making his first start in the series at second spot. And Brian Blauman looking for another podium finish on a road course. Currently is in third. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Boland Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Boland Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Before anyone else was talking about it, we were simgamingexpo.com.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
And we're back here at lap 70 of 110. Daniel Falkenham is your leader, watching a battle here between Lucas Hoytsma in 9th position and Nick Silver right in front of him in that In-N-Out Burger. And then right behind him is Michael Costello, and right behind them is Micah Mixer. So Silver, Hoytsma, and Mixer, this is 8th, 9th, and 10th on the racetrack. They're all racing for a position within the top 10, and inside the top 10, the leaders now are lapping through the top 10. We have now lapped all the way up to position 7. Oh, a little bit of a missing that turn there, turn 7 for Costello.
Some tires.
Yeah, those tires are gone.
Yeah, I know, they're gone. I think it's going to be a challenge for Daniel Falkenhorn again. Try to lap down as much as they can. Now it's going for the 6, so it's 14 seconds behind on the Miles Brown. So I can assume it. Last time I'm asking him, the Indy Lights are asking him, I think your challenge is just try to make lap down everyone. And he said, yeah, I'm missing just Tyler 40. And Tyler 40 was there. He make the checkered flag, and Tyler 40 was in front of him. And he couldn't do it because he had making mistakes went fast in every single lap. So, but I think Daniel is secure. I know 40 to go, but everything can happen. You can ask him also Piñeiro or Stanley or even to him about the penalties he have when he leading the races. So everything can happen with 39 to go out now. And Costello is still, I think the timing on Costello is still going down and blocking the tires once again. But it's getting there to at least finish the race with 6 spots on front. The biggest gainer is Lucas Hotzma.
Yeah, hopefully, if we're saying anyone's name wrong, just let us know. Best thing to do is let us know in the Discord server and send us a voice memo with how to say your name correctly. That's the best thing to do.
So 12 stop and 8 for him.
And then Nick Silver is going to lit by Costello. But that kind of brings him back into the grasp of Micah Mixer. Kind of one of those days Micah's asking himself what could have been. Multiple instances of contact. But he's still in the top 10.
To be honest, in the view what we saw last season from today, we have new names like Nick Silver, Michael Mixon and 10, also to Rexin, Miles Brown, Noah Gill, Lucas Hoitzma. So that's a good thing. Seb Alexander started to recover from the incident. Now it's in 11. Shot for him. He was good in some point. Now it's in 12. And Richard Henry tried to recover from the top 10. So we have a good names. We can keep it in mind from the future, especially Brian Blauman on 3rd.
And there is Brian Blauman. Let's go through the field here real quick as we're lap 74. They're about 20 laps into those that needing to come to pit road sooner. Costello and Blauman, they're about almost at 20 laps into their stint. They'll coming close to their final stop. But Daniel Falkenham really has controlled this race. Once he got the lead back from Costello, who started on the red tires, got around him, but the red tire just kind of gave up on that first stint. Falkenham passed and pulled away, and it's not been challenged since. He's your leader. Remember, he won a week ago at Pocono. We'll go through the field here real quick. Just doing some bit of a reset here real quick. All right. Now, second spot is Michael Costello, making his first start in the series. Having a good effort today. Brian Blauman is in third, and he is deep in traffic right now. He's got Chris James and Chad Frankenfeld in front of him. James trying to get out of the way. He drops off into the grass. Frankenfeld trying to bring his car in for a good top 15. Would like to get a couple more spots, get a top 10. Chad, the only former champion in the race. He's in the 12th position. There's Blauman. Ryan Schuld, very quiet race for Ryan, leading that effort for the Little Eagle squad. He's in 4th position, just turning laps, hitting his marks. That's all you can do right now. Miles Brown, who's been in the top 10 all day today, looking at his possible best finish of the season. He's in 5th spot. Noah Gill having another excellent performance here. And another top 10 finish. Jared Rexing, same thing for Jared. He's having a good showing in the Nesquik Dallara. Micah Mixer, we've already talked about some of the heartache he's had this race. He's at 8th spot. There is Hoytsma. Looks like Mixer has got around Hoytsma. Hoytsma back to 9th. But Hoytsma has been up in the top 10 here for at least this portion of this stint. Nick Silver and the In-N-Out Burger car, he has worked his way into the top 10 as well. On the outside, looking into the top 10, Seb Alexander, 2-time race winner here in the Elite Racing League. And there's Chad Simpson. We were talking about Chad just a moment ago. Richie Hearn back in 13th. Had a close call in the 12th turn there. Kept it out of the wall, but gave up a lot of track position. Was in the top 10 at the time. He's 13th. Gavin Hibbs, he is in 14th. James Watson is your biggest overall gainer, up 18 spots, Lewis. We don't get a chance to talk much about James Watson on road courses, but here he is. Started 33rd, currently is 15th. And then right behind him, Ricky Paz, who started up front today and had a moment early in this race. It's cost him a lot of track position. He's now down 1 lap at 16th. Nigel Stock coming off the corner here. He is in the 17th position. Chris Albrecht. Here's Chris. Finished 2nd last week. Former pole sitter at the Indy 500. 18th right now in the order. Craig Forsyth, he's had a bit of a venturesome day. Started 18th, run 19th. And
we're talking about Nick Silver. Lose the control on turn 12. And he lose 2 or 3 positions.
Let's see what happens as he's coming into 11 and 10, 11, and 12. He goes wide, and just John, he had a head full of steam going wide there, using that little bit of extra tarmac. And John Sellard was not going any faster. John's having a rough day. Prime time's down at 29th, but he's just trying to get some valuable race experience and bring this thing home. At this point, you're now 78 laps into this thing. The last thing you really want to do is bin it up. Just bring it home as Talon gets out of the way from Falkingham.
Just make experience. Like, remember Clendy last season, for 2 seasons actually. He just tried to survive, and in the road course, you remember on the one of the race,
yeah.
Oh, I forget. I have in my tongue the name. Well, I'm gonna remember at some point. He always said, I tried to survive. So I think it's a good for John Estella. It's good. Actually, it's good in oval. We're gonna see in the fixed series, see in some motive and all the leagues, and he's doing a pretty good job. Now it's time to learn about to go on the road course and try to understand the car, because the car in road course is different on the oval.
It is a whole different discipline. As we watch Falkingham now getting to the back of the F5, Dallara. Chris Albrecht and Sonoma, yes.
Yeah, when
that
Clendy by surprise.
I think that was Ethan Stanley. Remember he won the Grand Slam there.
That's the day when he went down and then come back and then finish a top 10, I think, or something like that. So that's good for him. Costello and Pete actually leaving the pit. 31 laps? 31 to go. Can do it 31. I don't think.
Yeah, I
Oh. Oh. Normally it's he did 27, 28. Oh no, Costello is out of the track.
Oh yeah, those cold tires. Just trying to bring those hard tires up to temperature. But he's back on the race course.
So he did 28, 27, 24 last lap. And so last stint.
And remember, that first stint for everybody included some caution laps.
So 27 is realistic. Huh.
Last driver to start the season with back-to-back wins was Adriano Pinero. Could Daniel Falkenham repeat that effort today? He's not too far away from doing that now. 30 to go.
So in chat, Clendy said he was in P6 on Long Beach, and ERN chat, sorry. He said in P6. So yeah, I think experience. I used to happen the same thing in the IIS in my time when I raced in IIS too. And it's just surviving for the points or experience.
Do you remember when Velocity Online Racing did a race at Olton Park?
I complaining, yes. I complain a lot.
So I was in that race, and I started dead last from pit road by choice. And I think it was like 25th or 26th. And I don't even think that racetrack has that many pit stalls. I don't know how we had that many cars, but there weren't that many pit stalls. So I think I was sharing a pit stall with somebody. But at the end of the first lap, there were so many wrecks on that first lap. I went from like 26th to 20th, and by the end of 2 laps, I'm like almost in the top 15. Everyone was wrecking in that wreck. So there's a lot to say of just making it through these races and surviving. If you can do it and you can pick up the positions while people are taking themselves out, that is the way to do it. And those are easy points. It might not be a very impressive finish, but man, that's a lot of good experience for you if you can complete these races and get that track time. Like I always say with these cars all the time, iron sharpens iron. The more you put in these cars, the more you get out of it. And the more laps you can do on a road course, the better you're going to help your skill set. Hoytsma on pit road scheduled stop along with that Nick Silver. They're going to race each other off. And Hoytsma is going to beat Silver off. So Silver is going to be slow out of the box, but Hoytsma will beat him off pit road. And so we'll move Hoytsma up to 15th, and he will pick up some positions as drivers in front of him, including Brian Blauman coming off pit road.
Yeah, like for example, I don't want to say Craig Forza is slow on the road course, but he can do some stuff. I remember in the Lionheart, used to have a good pace on the IndyCar, especially in the retro series. So it's about practice and how you're going over that. So even Wax is in 20. For sure it's not a road course, but he's still over there in 20. 21, 14 spots.
Yeah, he's 14 spots better. Yeah.
And that's a good thing. So it's just a practice, try to survive and try to gain experience, like you mentioned. Costello, it is behind on the Brian Blauman. Blauman takes basically second place, virtually second place when he circled back.
And the last driver to win the Grand Slam actually was Ethan Stanley at Sonoma in 2025A. He started from the pole, won the race, set the fastest lap, and led every single lap. Brian Blauman actually got his first podium finish in that race, by the way.
By incident with somebody, I don't remember. They have a penalty. kind of spicy race that day in Sonoma.
And Ethan Stanley is statistically your best road course racer in the history of the Elite Racing League. 27 starts, 8 wins. That leads all drivers with wins on road courses. 12 podiums, 12 top 5, 7 poles. 670 laps led. That also leads all drivers on road courses with an average finish of 7.15. Adriano Pinero, so we haven't talked about. Costello just missed altogether the festival chicane there. He's going to allow. Oh, wait a minute. He's going to slow down. He's going to come to a stop, and he toes. Day done for Michael Costello.
Can be realized he's not gonna get it on the end of the race. He decided to pull.
Watching Seb Alexander come to pit road.
That means Miles Brown's gonna take the last step of the podium. I'm guessing for now.
There is Miles right there. He's in 5th spot. So we expect Schold to come to pit road anytime now. He's 27 laps into his stint. He went 29 last time. And Noah Gill is 25 laps into his stint. He went 29 last time as well. So we expect both these drivers in the next 4 laps or so. About 20 to go.
No.
They'll come to pit. Go ahead.
Pedal failure for Costello and Chat.
Oh, a pedal failure for Michael Costello. So that is unfortunately a mechanical for the USF 2000 driver. Ricky Paz to the inside. Nick Silver. Let's call him Nate Silver. Nick Silver. So right now, I'm going to be pretty bold and say this is Falkingham's race to lose at this point. And he, to be honest, he'd probably be looking at a Grand Slam victory. In fact, I kind of thought, we would see another Grand Slam set by him this season, as he is behind Hosea, Hester. It's Josiah. I think it's Josiah. Sorry, Josiah. I don't mean to butcher your name. I am the butcher of names. But Hester gets out of the way and allows Daniel Falkingham on by. So Hester currently is in the 27th position, 11 laps down. Long day for him, but just trying to bring that car home.
Lol, it is out of the race without front wing, without wheel.
Harrison Talon black flag on pit road. Richie Hearn.
Failure too.
Richie Hearn on pit road.
Hayden Lowell, DC with the wheel. The wheel went to the left. I think
So another wheel failure for Hayden Law. So Darth Law, unfortunately, his day is done. Harrison Talon with the black flag. Law with the meatball flag. Stellard with a meatball flag.
Talion for speeding on the pit road. Stellar hit on turn 12. And like I said, Harrison Taylor by DC. Wheels failure for
another mechanical. That's what we call anytime that you have one of those. Your VR gives out, a monitor gives out, your wheel gives out, your PC decides it wants to reboot in the middle of a race because it's got Windows updates. Those we call mechanicals. That's about as random as you can expect at a real race when someone blows a seal or a ring on the piston ring or transmission drops or, it's just we don't have those failures in the race very often. We occasionally have engine issues, but it's been a while since we've seen one of those. Even in real IndyCar racing, these engines are bulletproof these days. watching Ricky Paz and Nick Silver. I almost called him Nate Silver again. Nick Silver in 14th and 15th. James Watson to the inside of Richie Hearn. This is for position. And move James Watson up to 12th now, up 21 positions.
It's a lot. A lot.
The next biggest gainer on the racetrack is Matty Wags up 15, and then Chris James up 12. And James is kind of picking them up the way that I would pick them up, just passing cars as they retire. And we still have 20 laps to go in a racetrack that's very narrow and only a couple passing zones. There's a lot of opportunities for drivers to fall out here.
Still the people can make a mistake. Even Daniel Fockingham, so dog counting.
Fockingham, got around lap traffic, and he kind of missed his next zone there in turn 6. He recovers it, and he gets around McKernan.
Noah Gill called it for pit.
Noah Gill come to pit road this time.
Yes.
He's currently in second position, working his way up into the second step of the podium, and this will be his final stop with 20 to go. Only 2 cars now left on the lead lap. It's Falkingham and Blauman. And right now at this pace, because there's Blauman right there. He's on the other side of the festival chicane from Falkingham. If Falkingham gets around him, this is exactly what he wanted. I mean, this is one of his race goals, is lap the field. And if he does that, he will have achieved that goal. Accomplishment complete. Play the Grand Theft Auto music.
Yeah, but soon need to come into the pit, actually, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel does need to come into the in pit road. He's at 28 laps into his stint. Went 31 last time. So even if he does put Blauman a lap down, Blauman will get it back.
Wait, I said, actually, you didn't say that. I said Miles Brown's going to take the third place, but Ryan Chul now is in third place, legitimate, and on the front, Waxon and Frankenfeld very close to have a contact with each other.
And yeah, this is for 11th position. Watch it to the inside, just sends it. And he clips the corner and gets the position right in front of Chad. Move James Watson now up to P11. This is an inspired run for the Team Watson team owner.
Oh no, Rexin is no, Rexin back. Yeah, that's very impressive. All the wax on, even Chad with the new tires. Actually, it is with new tires, and it's coming back behind Ryan Schultz in the third place. So need to let past him, and it's Chad still over there. Going.
Oh, there goes Watson. He's going to spin out to the grass, but he's going to hit the tarmac. That's going to help him. He comes back out, gets really close to Ricky Paz, but recovers it.
You know what? Don't know if it's got scary about the Chad attempted to coming in.
Yeah, I think it might have been a little bit of, I think Chad might have spooked him a little bit. Chad really did set it in there. He did nothing wrong, though. And luckily for James's benefit, he hit that, he was very lucky. He hit that tarmac that stopped him from sliding across the grass. Because if you keep going in the grass, we've seen it even in the real IndyCar race, when you get that grass, when the real IndyCar series comes here, it's like hitting ice, and it goes right to that tire barrier. And they might be rubber tires, but that's going to be demolishing the front end of your car.
Daniel to pits.
Falkingham, final stop with 17 to go, looking for a second victory this season. Victory number 6 of his career. And he's done down and away with red tires and light tanks. So watch the big laps come in. Here they come.
So the fastest lap now is Costello, 59.638.
So we will ride. Let's ride with Falkenham. Let's see what he does.
Sure.
Let's see what he. Let's ride with the purple lap. So he's on his out lap now. So this is not going to count. But the next one or two by is going to be pretty big. We'll bring up the track map for you as well. Bring up driver inputs as well. There we go. And he's got a car in front of him. That's Nick Silver, which has pace. And it's within the draft envelope, so he might get a pull down the straightaway. We clip the corners. Into the festival chicane. This is what we call the festival curves coming up. Portland's the only road course race I have ever been to in real life. I have family out there, and I sat right about in this area, somewhere in here, in the infield. Silver backs out of it into turn 7. I don't know if that's going to slow him down or not. Going to take a run down. Look at him on the button. He's on the push to pass. You see the pie readout on his dash there, on his wheel, the green border. Also see it up here on this timing and scoring tree. What does he do this time? By at the line on the push to pass.
Oh,
there it is. There it is. A 58.9 purple lap for Daniel Falkenham, and you were riding on board. And he's going to try to do it again. He's on the button now, and he's got 2 cars racing in front of him. That's James Watson, I think Noah Gill. They're racing for position. Or not position. This is a track position. Sorry.
He was personal in the first and second sector, and he was fastest lap in the third. And he made the fastest lap, but he's going again with the fastest lap in sector 2.
So he's going to have James Watson there. Can he get there? He looks to the inside. Watson's going to let him know.
Oh, no!
Watson, he wants the race, and about spooks Falkenham a little bit. I don't think this is going to be a purple lap, but if it is, it'll be a great recovery on the button down the main straight.
It is. It is again.
58.8. Can he do it again? Push the pass on the button. He has 115 seconds worth and probably more than enough fuel that he could sit here and span the button like this is Mario Kart. We'll race again. He's got in front of him Ricky Paz and Richie Hearn. They're racing for 12th position, as a matter of fact. I don't imagine that he can get a third fastest lap out of these tires. On the button. Paz and Hearn right in front, passing for position. Using that extra tarmac there in turns 11 and 12. Going to have the draft to help pull him along here from 2 cars, punching a big hole in the air.
Here we go. Another one.
58.865. Another lap proving me wrong. Daniel Falkenham sets purple lap 3 laps in a row, all the while racing with slower traffic around him. He gets around Richie Hearn. Now he tries to work on Ricky Paz. I don't know if there's enough of these tires to go purple again. In turn 7. Paz stays wide to the outside now. Gives him room, cuts down late, gets there. Floats out top, comes through 12. Probably not another purple lap, but probably a good lap nevertheless. And we will be at 11 to go. Yeah, 59.7. So those tires are starting to give up a little bit, but let's see if he can pull another one out of his hat. Sorry. Didn't mean to do the B-roll. I want to get rid of the track map. There we go. Because with everyone right now, so we'll review the field, at least those on the lead lap. Here with 11 to go, it is Falkenham, your leader. And then there's Brian Blauman. He is second, 32 seconds behind. He will probably not be lapped for the remainder of this race. Ryan Schold at 54 seconds, and he is in danger of going a lap down. Falkenham's right there.
Oh, no. Well, it's not going to make any more fastest lap because the tires are gone. Now he did 59.6. So it's a second slower than the fastest lap. So I think he just maybe tried to make the lap down over Schul. Blauman is now in turn 10, 11, 12. So not going to happen there.
And the way it's looking now, if we finish this race, I mean, Blauman finished on the podium in the last race. Remember, he won. He won at Gateway to end last season, and so he's looking at his third straight podium finish here in the series. Oh, on the outside of Chad going into 10, he clears him. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh my God.
He doesn't have to push as hard if he doesn't want to, but he's still sending it. Schold will get another podium finish. It's been a while since he's been on the podium. Drivers racing for position in front of him. I think that is Ryan Schold. Ryan Schold with McKernan around him. But I think your clear points leaders at the end of this event are really going to be Falkenham and Blauman with 2 straight podium finishes to start the season.
Yeah, 1, 2 for both of them.
So we're watching Ryan Schold now as he is right behind Nigel Stock.
No.
Oh, he missed
the
chicane.
Oh, yeah. So I lose a lap.
And so he will definitely lose a lap, but he is solidly, I think he is solidly in the third. I don't think, no, Noah Gill can get there. Let's not rule Noah Gill out of this thing. Noah Gill can run him down.
And he's there.
But Noah has a lot of traffic, and Ryan Schold has a rear gunner to help him right there and in form of his teammate, Chad. 8 to go. So if Blauman gets the podium today, this will be his 3rd straight race with a podium finish, spanning the last 2 seasons.
Oh no, Ricky Paz is on front to him of the Chad. No, you know what? Ricky Paz and Chad, they fighting each other for the position. Is they stuck in front, slow, and getting difficult for Hill to getting close to Ryan Schold. He's in there actually. He's in there at the same corner. But for sure, it's gonna make it difficult to Noah, for sure.
So Falkenham is looking at his 6th career victory, possibly. Right now, he's in a 3-way tie with Caleb Bency, former 500 winner. and former champion Jason Brophy. If he gets the win, he will get his 6th career win, and he'll be in, I think, 5th place all by himself, career-wise, all-time-wise. Your all-time leader is Pinero. Alex Van de Sande is 2nd with 12. Ethan Stanley has 10. Henry Bennett is 4th with 9. Frankenfeld and Fode and Malechka and Chin are all tied in 5th spot with 7. So if Falkenham gets his 6th win here, he will be tied for 6th, or actually all in a position all by himself, 6th all time. It's really one of those seasons that if he really crushes it in the way that we think he might at the end of this season, he might be 2nd all time in series wins in a very short period of time. It's entirely possible that he could get, 5 victories this season. No one's catching Adriano for a while, though.
Noah is catching Adriano. Yeah.
Noah is catching Ryan Scholde here.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's Adriano. Yeah, what?
So I'm sure Ryan Scholde would love the comparison. And he's got in front of him Chris James, who is just a little off the pace. He gets around him at a critical time, and so that's going to kind of slow down Gill unless James backs it up on the stretch here.
The problem of Gill have
he
a
gets by him.
35 second. He have a 35 second on the push to pass. Ryan Schultz 121. So they have a ton to defend the positions with 5 to go. 4 to go now.
Can he catch Ryan Scholde, the admin of the PRI Hoosier 500, one of the admins there? Can Noah Gill in his 2nd career race here in the Elite Racing League P1 IndyCar Championship get a podium finish in his 2nd start? Had a bit of a rough go at it. Had a couple incidents he was involved with. Caution on the racetrack.
It's Ricky Paz missing the Ricky Paz. Yeah,
Ricky Paz, and then we got Stock and Chad Frankenfeld in, and they throw the caution, and I believe that might be the race.
It is not what? They can? Yeah, I don't know.
That might be the race.
Wait.
We will see.
Wait. Daniel Falkenham complaining because he said it cannot be the way to everyone regroup together and have one more sprint race to the end for 1 lap. Who knows?
Don't forget, join us next week. We go to the Milwaukee Mile for a throwback livery race for our first short oval of the season. Then we finish this opening run, this 4-race streak to open the season. And like I said, the easiest race of this entire portion of the opening portion of the schedule might be the 500-miler at Pocono. I mean, racing at Portland we know is hard. Racing at Laguna Seca is going to be murder. I'm not looking forward to that race at all. We know everyone at in Milwaukee is going to be a tough time. So, yeah, it's really tough. It really shows how tough this opening schedule is to this season when the easiest race of the first 4 might be a 500-mile race at Pocono. And then we take a couple of weeks off, have a doubleheader at Chicagoland. Then we go to Watkins Glen. Then we'll go to Las Vegas. And then we'll take some time off, and then we'll prep for the Indy Quals and the 17th running of the Indy 500. Then we'll go to Detroit for our first street course race of the season. I think our only street course race of the season. Then we will go to proper Phoenix. So bang, bang, bang. No time off. And then we go to Road America, the P1 500. and P1 US 500, excuse me, and then we will go to Worldwide Technology Raceway. I think there's a week between the 500 and the finale at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and we will wrap up the season there. So the season's going to go by rather quickly. Go ahead.
I think Brian Blauman complaining about if all the lap down is going to get away because it's going to be one more lap. So I think we're going to go to green flag in the white flag.
Yeah.
The pace car lights out.
Lights out. So we will see green-white checker here on the road course for the Indy cars. No green-white checker. Green-white checker. And Blauman is moving forward.
That's why Daniel Foggen said it cannot be like this. So it's going to be a sprint race to the end.
I mean, the criteria that they used to throw cautions was met. There was, I think it's more than 2 cars involved in an incident on the racetrack, and I believe there was like 3 or 4 involved there. So that was, I believe, they were obeying the rules. Now, whether or not they needed to throw it, I can't make that call. I'm not a steward. Mark Reblis is thrown in the towel. He is done for the day. We started this race with 35 cars, and we currently have 23 still running? I think 23 is still running. Now we got Nigel Stock on pit road. He is currently showing 4 laps down. I think if he just stays there, he won't fall down any more positions. I think he's locked in the 22nd. Chris James is 2 laps behind him. He might actually, Chris James might get it. We'll see. He's fading to the back here.
It is so good.
Okay,
this thing, man.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Blauman we know Blauman has single lap pace, and his tires are considerably older though than Falkenham. Blauman at 26 laps old tires. Blauman at 14 lap old, but Blauman is on red tires that are pretty well spent because you saw him putting down the purple laps.
Yes.
So does Blauman have enough left in those tires? And remember, the starts that Falkenham has been doing, the first 2 starts, the start of the race and the restart. After the lap 3 caution, he brought it down very slow. So Blauman is going to stay right on him this time. And then don't forget the push-to-pass situation. 49 seconds for Falkenham. He's on the button now, and he gets a good jump. 40 seconds for Blauman. Green flag is out for the final lap here. Inside Ryan Schold, that's not from position, into the festival chicane for the last time. Falkenham is clear, and I don't think Richie Hearn showed a black flag. I don't think Blauman's going to get there. He's making a run at him here in the festival curves. This race finish is going to be a lot closer than really how the results were. This was Daniel Falkenham's race pretty much.
Gil lost the front wing.
Gil has lost the front wing.
iRacing.
And he's battling Schold for the bottom step. But we got to watch the winner coming down the backstretch for the final set of corners here. Looking to go 2 for 2 this season with wins and extend his points lead. But Brian Blauman coming out the corner says, not so fast, my friend. I'm going to keep pace. I'm going to finish second. Ryan Schold coming out the corner. Drag race coming to the checkered flag between himself and Gil. And I think Gil nipped him. No, wait a minute. It's going to reset. Ryan Schold is going to be credited for third just barely.
No, Gil getting back.
Gil, okay, we reset, and Gil did get him. I thought he did, from my perspective. That's why I called it. It took time in his scoring forever. He comes home third.
But they have a contact. So for 100,000 of a second. So they have to wait it because it's a contact between Schultz, Gil and Schultz have some damage on the back of the car. So we have to wait it.
Okay, so what we're going to show you here is unofficial. And I really like what Daniel Falkenham's doing. He's just coming to pit road. He's not going to do he's not going to do any donuts or anything. He's just going to come to pit road. He's going to, they're like Barry Sanders when he scored a touchdown. Just hand the ball to the referee and go back to the bench. Here are your results. Daniel Falkenham with the win. Brian Blauman second. Noah Gill is right now unofficially credited third. Ryan Scholden fourth. Micah Mixer fifth. Jared Rexing sixth. Gavin Hibbs, very quietly, great race for Gavin. Gets up in the top 10. He finishes seventh. It was not a great race for Gavin, but he does finish in the top 10. He started there. That's where he finished, so good race for him. Miles Brown, good race for Miles. Finished in the top 10. Hoytsma, same thing for Hoytsma. Seb Alexander, top 10. He finishes 10th. Richie Hearn recovers to 11th. Chad Frankenfeld 12th. James Watson is probably going to be your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race. We'll let Luis make up his mind for sure on that one. But James Watson finishes 20 spots better and comes home in 13th. Nick Silver, 14th. Chris Albrecht, 15th. A top 10 finish for Chris Albrecht. I bet he's willing to take that. Ricky Paz, not the race he was looking for, had a great start. So he knows that he has the pace in qualifying. Now he just needs to back him up with finishes. That's like the other foot getting ready to drop. So Paz needs that foot to drop. The Maestro comes home at 16th. Craig Forsythe, 17th. Matty Wags, good race for him in 18th. Victor Aldrich, 19th. McKernan in 20th. Talon, James, Stock, Hester, Rebels, your top 25. Michael Costello in his debut. Started off strong, but had a wheel, or unfortunately a pedal DC, and relegated his day down to 26th. But was running in first, second, or third for much of the race when he was participating. And still running, he's 26th. Hayden Darth Law in 27th. Primetime John Seller, 28th. Dan Barrera, Hunter Smith, 29th and 30th. Dave Huckleberry, AJ Musselman, Michael Rakes, Griffin Yellen, Naichi Camargo, and Race Control. Not counted, but we'll get credited for 36.
So the official result is Daniel, Ryan, and Ryan Scholl.
Okay, Ryan Scholl has been given the position through steward's decision. So I want the track map off. Keep clicking that for some reason. I want the B-roll. There we go. I want the B-roll. There we go. All right. And just need to get replays queued up here, and then we will get into the interview room. All right. So we will get some stats on these drivers here momentarily, and also get into the interview room. All right. Getting to the interview room. Here we go. Just trying to catch up. And Ryan Scholl will be credited for third. So we remember we said everything is unofficial, and we will bring him in right now. And And joining us in the booth with another podium finish on the road course is starting to show that he's going to be becoming a regular here for podium finishers on road courses. Ryan Schold, the admin, one of the founders and runners, promoters of the PRI Hoosier 500. Congratulations, Ryan. You kind of talked to me a little bit about before the race. Looked like you had a strategy. You're looking ready forward to this race, and it seemed to execute kind of how you had unfolded, at least you planned, and you got a P3 with a heck of a race with Gill down the stretch there.
Yeah, it was a really good day. Got to play the strategy a little bit after the yellow. Was able to save fuel and kind of gap a couple guys right behind me, and then just kind of ran my race. Definitely a good battle with Gill there at the end. Able to sneak away with P3, and we will certainly take it.
Other than that, I mean, you were kind of, once you got you had a good start. Okay, so you started sixth, but you stayed up in the top 10 all day today. But this is a very hard racetrack. Again, there's maybe 3 places at most that are passing zones. It's narrow, and then once you drop a wheel, you're off into the grass, and who knows where you can go when you go off into the grass. 110 laps here is no joke. I mean, how tired are you? How much did you have to focus? This was not an easy race by any means, even though you finished third.
Yeah, I sent some text that said P3, I'm exhausted, if that gives you any idea. So definitely a long race. I can't finish up there if you put your wheel off, so really just focused on keeping it on the concrete first and seeing where that left me, and fortunate that left me with the podium today.
Tonight, I don't know if you knew this, is your 100th career IndyCar start in the Elite Racing League.
I did not. Few podiums, still no W's, but we will change that later this season.
2 podiums, 13 top 5s, 32 top 10s, but this is your 100th career start and second career podium. You got one in 2025A at Long Beach. That's the one I remember as well. So congratulations. Shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go. Celebrating your 100 start in about the best way possible on the podium.
Yeah, shout out to the team. Little Eagle Racing, been putting in a lot of work, helped make the podium possible, and shout out to Gavin Hibbs, who had a massive recovery drive to end up 5th, I think. So just shout out to the team as always. Hoosier 500 coming up in December with Tanner and I, and obviously looking forward to getting that going in a few months.
Congratulations, Ryan. We'll catch you when we get back onto the ovals when we do the throwback race next week at Milwaukee. Until then, you take care and enjoy this one. Happy 100.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thanks for all you do.
And that is Ryan Schold in his 100th career start. Your thoughts on your driver of the race?
It's gonna be we have to learn about the last name, Lucas Hoitzma.
Hoitzma, okay.
But also I'm also gonna give you the dots for James Waxon for the 20.
You have to there. That was a lot of work for him. That was a lot. I mean, Watson. Let's see. Where did he finish? He finished 2 laps down, but still, I mean, 2 laps down. He passed 20 cars.
Can be unofficial my driver of the day, but anyways, that's it's gonna be for now.
All right, let's bring in Brian Blauman, and we'll bring him into the booth. And here he is. 3rd consecutive podium finish for you, Brian, and starting the season in the best situation possible. I know you would like wins in both of them, or at least one position better in both those races, but you're on the podium to start both races, and that's the same as the chief guy that you're trying to chase down in the points now, Daniel. So the good news out of all this is you got 2 things out of this, really. You got a last-second reprieve there to try to run him down on the restart. Unfortunately, it didn't turn into a W for you, but you secured a solid P2. You stayed on the lead lap, so you're like the next best car in class, so to speak. And you're still keeping pace in the points, and that's the key thing. Because if you weren't and you finished outside of like maybe even the top 5 or top 10, that's just allowing Falkenham to get more points spread on you and allow him to get out to a bigger, deeper lead already early in the season, and you can't have that.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I really wasn't thinking about points too much tonight. I knew it was going to be a race of survival. It was 110 laps around here is just it's just brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, second was the best we could do tonight, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, obviously just didn't have anywhere near the speed of Daniel, over the long run there. And he just simply got far enough away where at that point I just kind of running my own race and just trying to bring home a good result. Yeah, just kind of after about halfway through the race, it kind of became a little bit more lonely. So I'm just more exhausted. Exhausted just because, yeah, I mean, it was just, it's just such a long race and you don't get any chance to really catch your breath. And then there at the end, I just would have needed more laps there if I had any chance, but still cool to at least get a tiny chance, slight glimmer of hope, but still overall a great night. So I can't be too upset about that.
Early in the race, you did get a chance to lead some laps, and that was when a situation that Costello and Falkingham kind of got tight quarters into the festival chicane, and you snuck up there and picked up the lead in some positions for a while. But again, their pace just kind of ate up. Was their pace that much above everyone else here in this race when you picked up the lead? I mean, you pulled away for a little bit, but then they were kind of able to run you right back down. And we already know you're pretty good on the road courses.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, out of all the road courses we go into, this is probably one of my least favorite. So I don't know if it was just that, but when those two were just battling, I kind of wanted them to take each other out. There was a few times where it definitely looked like they got close, but yeah, I'm just glad I was able to lead that lap. I knew they were going to have more pace. I don't know what happened to Michael. It seemed
Mechanical.
I have no idea what
his
happened.
pedals gave out.
Oh, no. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, because it seemed like him and I were coming back close to each other there on strategy, so I was curious to see how that was all going to work out. But, yeah, no, I mean, they definitely just were a step above tonight, so that's why, finishing second, getting a point for leading a lap, this is about the maximum that I can get. And if I do that every race, I know I'm setting myself up well. But, yeah, still a great night overall, though.
Well, you're coming up to, in fact, when we get to the next hardest road course race of the season, which will probably be Laguna Seca in 2 weeks, that will actually be your 50th career start. But you're getting there. Tonight was your 48th career start. You got that one win. You have 10 podiums, which is pretty impressive. 1 out of every 5 of your starts, you're in the podium. 18 top 5s, 26 top 10s. You've had 5 podiums in the last 6 starts. And then, of course, you got the back-to-back podiums going back to the last race of last year. And this is a good reprieve from when you last raced here. Was not a good race for you here last time. I think you finished 32nd. So much improved, and I think there's a lot to be happy about coming out of this race. So with all that said, I mean, getting a podium and still at least maintaining sight of Daniel here to start the season with him going 2 for 2 with 2 races and 2 wins, you got to feel pretty good with all those stats and, that I just rattled off. Shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, once again, like I do every time I'm up here, you guys do a great job with the broadcast. I can't wait to watch the SPAC, especially the start there with all the battling. So for next week, I know it's Throwback Week. Obviously, I run a throwback livery, so that's going to stay. But then after that, for Laguna Seca, my 2026B livery that's just a little bit late will be introduced. So I'm excited about that. Shout out Tyler Fody and all Lake Norman getting that taken care of. So
we're sorry to see the Flying Hawaiian go, though.
It'll always come back out for the throwbacks and maybe special occasions for sure. But because I love that livery. But no, the whole Lake Norman guys have been fully supporting me and Jared tonight, who shout out to him getting a top 5. I was probably more happy about that than I was my own results. I know that's a great result for him. So yeah, no, those guys have been awesome. And yeah, just looking forward to getting back on track next week. Never really had much success around Milwaukee before, so looking forward to seeing how we stack up there.
All right, Brian, congratulations on the podium and continuing the streak, and we'll see you in a week when we get to the oval, the short oval at Milwaukee.
Yes, sir. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.
And we will go Go back to the broadcast view here, and then bring in Daniel Falkingham. There he is. We got his car. We'll bring him in here. And here he is, starting off the season 2 for 2, best way possible. Really a dominant day. That the late restart there didn't really kind of sum up how you really dominated this day. And if it wasn't for that little bit of racing where you were racing Costello, and then all of a sudden I think Blauman snuck in there, and I think you would have been pretty darn close to a Grand Slam race victory today. That's leading all laps, winning the race, getting the pole, and then leading the fastest, or having the fastest lap. You got 3 of the 4, unfortunately, or fortunately. The most important one being the win, and starting 2 for 2 this season. Talk about racing Costello and Blauman early on, and then really that second part of the race is just trying to, I mean, no matter where you were, there were so many cars on this racetrack. It's not a big racetrack. There was always somebody in your neighborhood. I mean, there was lap traffic all over the place.
Yeah, when you have over 30-plus cars on the racetrack, you are going to run a lot of lap traffic, especially around a short track like this. But, yeah, me, Costello, and Blauman, we were all brawling there in the beginning. I know I went straight on at turn 1 trying to hang on to the lead. But I knew I should have probably thought better, because with him being on the red tires, I knew I was probably going to get him back later. So I should have played it smart, but I had to do a little extra work because I had to be behind Blauman. And once we got by him, it was kind of just trying to chop the time to get to Costello. Then right after that, we were pretty much in cruise control for the rest of the race. And I was confident with the strategy I was on. I saw that everyone was pitting really early for fuel and stuff, or for tires, I should say. But I knew what I had to work with. I knew the strategy. I stuck to it, and it worked out. And really was annoyed with that last yellow, because I didn't want to fight off for one whole lap, because you never know what could happen.
Right.
Yeah, but glad we could get the job done. I think we got max points tonight, so can't complain at all. 2 great races to start off, 2 for 2.
Talk about the grind of the start of this season. I mean, I was saying during the program, I think probably the easiest race of these first 4 might be the 500-miler at Pocono to start off the season. Very demanding racetrack here, very narrow, very limited passing opportunities, points for passing spots. And then you have Laguna Seca, much the same way, a very challenging and narrow racetrack. And then Milwaukee, it's just pretty brutal there. It's just a short oval, and it's tough to pass and everything. And it's tough to believe that a 500-mile race might be the easiest race on this opening 4 of the season. What's your take on this opening part of the schedule?
Yeah, like you said, Pocono definitely probably easier for a lot of people, because it's we're flat out for 500 miles and everyone's got a chance to win. Where the next couple races after that, it's a little trickier. Milwaukee, I've never driven there in an IndyCar. I've never done a race there in the IndyCar, so I'm very intrigued to see how that turns out. But I mean, with how good our oval prowess has been over the last couple months, I don't see why we won't be a factor next week. But just gotta keep taking these races one at a time, because you never know what it can flip on, all flip on its head. So especially with Blauman finishing right behind us every single race. So, but definitely a very interesting part of the schedule. But I mean, it's all good fun. Love coming out and racing, and hopefully we can keep carrying this momentum to Milwaukee and beyond.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to? You're now, by the way, 6th all time now in wins here in the Elite Racing League. So getting quickly going up into the all-time standings. We'll update everybody on what those all-time standings will be when I run my report here at the conclusion of the race. But 6th all-time now, and all by yourself. And then the next win actually gets you up there in the 5th. You'll tie some all-time greats. So I'm sure you're pretty happy about that, and we'll see. I'm sure you'll do well at Milwaukee. I'm almost positive of it. But shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, I'm hoping we have a good race, but you never know. But
yeah.
For now, just thanks, Chad, for putting on the league, all he does. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting. Thanks to P1 Broadcasting for sponsoring the whole series, too. Shout out to Blauman and Scholl for all finishing up the podium. Good race by those guys. Shout out to everyone who comes on to races. Good to have some really healthy fields for road courses like this, so it's good the league's thriving. So shout out to everyone who came out tonight, and thanks to everyone watching, and shout out to everyone at Fueled Up Racing as well.
Congratulations, and we'll catch you in a week when we get to our first short oval of the season.
All right, thanks, Gary.
And we'll move him to the waiting room. There he goes. Lewis, we had a couple cautions. I think one of the cautions kind of helped make that finish very exciting. We're watching kind of the replay of when Costello was attacking Falkenham pretty hard after that first restart at lap 3 or 4. But your thoughts here before we move on next to Milwaukee a week from now for our big throwback race there. And while you talk, I'm going to check and see if the points have been updated.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race with Costello, the pro driver, and the E-Pro driver, Daniel Falkenham, over there. Costello maybe the decision on the tire, it was really good, but in the end it was down and make everything different. And then he was for the podium. He made some mistake, but he was over there, and he put some hey, I'm in here and I'm here for battle. And and we know, actually, I know also too, Costello also in Oval is really strong. So it could be what if next week it's gonna be in the points for the final win one race. Daniel Falkenham again win the race for only lap down Brian in the end. Make good victory for him for the championship. Every points count. It's not going to happen like a season ago when the penalties and bad decisions and everything and lap downs make him lose the championship basically on the end with Tyler 40. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I think it was a good race, long race for sure, tired for everyone, even for us, because it's a long, 100% long straight in the races. So it was a pretty good. So congrats for Falkenham, Blauman, and also Brian Schultz again for the podium. So see you next week. Actually, sorry. Thank you so much for ERN people watching us for all of this hour and 40 minutes race, and also the P1 people watching us and our channel also too. So a lot of viewers and a lot of eyes on this championship finally put on the top of the week. So it was pretty good. So see you next week from Milwaukee, but see you this Sunday, because I want to race this Sunday from New Hampshire, Dark Horse, 8 p.m.
All right, points are updated. Daniel Falkenham has a 13-point lead. There's a tie for second between Chris Albrecht and Brian Blauman. Ryan Schold is now third in the points. Micah Mixer, Jared Rexing, Noah Gill, Gavin Hibbs, Mason Mitchum, and Miles Brown and Seb Alexander. Basically, when you count all the ties and everything, that's effectively your top 10. So again, Falkenham, Albrecht, Blauman is your top three. Schold, Mixer, Rexing, Gill, Hibbs, Mitchum, Brown, and Seb Alexander. So really, this is going to be interesting. The rookie race is pretty tight, and really Daniel, for going 2 for 2, he only has a 13-point lead, which is not even a quarter of a race. So a lot can still happen. If he has a bad race, we're right back to even ground. So the 2 wins are very important, and it sends a message. But he hasn't run away and escaped with this thing yet. So that is the big deal coming out of these first 2 races of the season, despite him getting the wins. Let's get on out of here, give everyone back their Thursday night so they can start the weekend. So that's it for tonight. Once you get to your podium here for the second running of the Elite Portland Grand Prix from Portland International, we have Daniel Falkenham with his 6th career win, as now 6th all-time, and he's 1 win away from tying Josh Chin. Let's see, let me double check that. He is 1 win away from tying Chin and Chad and Fody and Malechka. There's just some names right there. Wow. And he'll be, that's some rarefied air. And then once he passes that, I mean, he's in the top 5 all by himself, and it's just Bennett, Stanley, the Alex Van de Sant, and Adriano Pinero. That's like AJ Foyt, Scott Dixon, Mario Andretti, Michael Andretti, and Al Unser. It's just kind of how it is right there. Yes, no kidding. Join us again next Thursday, August 6th, for the Horizon 250 presented by Taupe Soaps from the Milwaukee Mile. It'll be the 5th Elite Racing League IndyCar race at Milwaukee, and a 250-lap test around a historic 1-mile oval. Coverage begins around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the Elite Racing Network and P1 Broadcasting. Again, the 5th ERL race at Milwaukee for the for the Horizon 250, presented by Tope Soap at the mile. P1 Broadcasting and the Triple Crown are proudly sponsored to you by P1 Broadcasting. The P1 IndyCar Championship, and the Triple Crown are proudly sponsored by P1 Broadcasting. The Pole Award is sponsored by 4D Raceway. I want to thank you to all of our elite sponsors and partners, our premier partners, Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, and Tom Boland Ford. Help support ERN and P1 by leaving a comment, hitting the like button, subscribe, click the bell, everything you need, either channel, wherever you are. Here at P1, here at ERN, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We certainly would appreciate it. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone at the Elite Racing Network and at P1 Broadcasting and the Elite Racing League, I'm Gary Gatto saying all good night. And thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. We'll catch you all again next Thursday at Milwaukee for round 3 of the P1 IndyCar Championship. We'll see you. Good night.